Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to another out of this world story from Mr. Fictionality. Notes of Freedom, a tale of music, magic, and the Caribbean. Outstanding pianist Don Shirley is set to embark on a tour of various Caribbean ports. In a difficult situation, Don needs a protector, and his choice falls on a hardened pirate named Jack Sparrow. A symphony of shadows. The year is 1940. Don Shirley, a virtuoso pianist whose fingers danced across the ivory keys with unparalleled grace, was a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in prejudice. His music, a vibrant tapestry of classical elegance and soulful jazz, resonated with a depth that transcended racial boundaries. Don, a black man in a world that often refused to acknowledge his talent, dreamt of sharing his gift across the globe. His upcoming tour of the Caribbean, a string of performances in sun-drenched ports, felt like a symphony of possibilities. However, Don's rising fame attracted unwanted attention. The melodic strains of his piano drew not only music lovers, but also the sharp eyes of unscrupulous individuals, ruthless gangsters who saw in his talent a lucrative commodity. They craved to exploit his genius, to twist his artistry into a tool for their own nefarious schemes. Foreseeing the danger, Don knew he needed protection, a shield against the encroaching darkness. And in the vast, chaotic world of the Caribbean, his choice fell upon a man as unpredictable as the sea itself. Captain Jack Sparrow. Jack, a pirate whose name sent shivers down the spines of some and a glimmer of hope into the hearts of others, was a whirlwind of mischief and charisma. His reputation as a cunning rogue was preceded by a string of daring escapes and unexpected victories. Don, despite his initial reservations, recognized a flicker of humanity within Jack, a spark of protectiveness beneath the layers of roguish charm. He believed that Jack, with his uncanny ability to read the tides of danger and his knack for weaving intricate plans, was the only one who could navigate the perilous seas of his predicament. Their unlikely alliance was forged in whispers and furtive meetings, a pact sealed amidst the exotic aromas and vibrant hues of Port Royal. The air crackled with unspoken promises and shared anxieties as Don, dressed in immaculately tailored suits, and Jack, in his rumpled pirate attire, embarked on a voyage that would challenge their perceptions of friendship, loyalty, and the very nature of freedom. Capture under sail. Their journey began smoothly, a series of captivating performances in idyllic ports. Don's music mesmerized the crowds, a harmonious blend of classical artistry and soulful improvisations that touched the deepest chords of human emotion. But their idyllic existence was shattered in the bustling port of Kingston, Jamaica. While Don was preparing for a grand performance, a group of thugs, hired by the same gangsters who lurked in the shadows, stormed the venue. The sweet melodies were replaced by the harsh clang of steel and the panicked cries of the audience. Don, caught off guard, was quickly overpowered and hauled away, the gleam of malicious intent in their eyes. Jack, who was enjoying the music from the sidelines, reacted instantly. His eyes, usually filled with amusement, flashed with cold fury. He lunged into the chaotic scene, a whirlwind of cutlass and wit, shattering the bandits' confidence. But they were too numerous, and Jack, though skilled, was outnumbered. He was forced to retreat, a knot of frustration tightening in his gut. Don's capture sent a chill through Jack, a reminder of the very real dangers that lurked beneath the azure surface of the Caribbean. He knew that he had to act quickly, to devise a plan to rescue his unexpected companion. Music in the heart. The brig where Don was held captive was a cramped, suffocating space. The air was thick with the stench of stale sweat and fear, the constant creak of the ship adding to the oppressive atmosphere. Don, despite the despair that threatened to engulf him, clung to a sliver of hope, fueled by the unwavering belief in Jack's capabilities. Jack, meanwhile, was plotting his rescue. He was well acquainted with the intricacies of shipboard life, the rhythm of the crew, and the weaknesses of their security. He observed from afar, his mind racing, searching for a loophole in their defenses. Then an idea struck him. Don's music. He had been captivated by the sheer power of it, the way it moved people the emotions it evoked. If music could soothe savage beasts, could it not also distract those who held Don captive? Jack sought out a discarded fiddle, its strings frayed and worn. He knew he wasn't a musician, but he could create sound, discordant perhaps, but effective. He started to play a raucous, off-key tune that echoed through the night, a crude counterpoint to Don's refined piano compositions. The guards, at first annoyed, then intrigued by the bizarre music, were drawn away from their posts. The rhythmic, if slightly appalling, sounds drew them towards the bow of the ship, their attention diverted from their duty. It was the perfect opportunity. Secret hideaway. Using the distraction provided by his impromptu serenade, Jack snuck aboard the brig and freed Don. Their escape was a blur of action and adrenaline, a chaotic dance amidst the chaos of the ship. They leaped from the brig into a small, rickety dinghy, the salty spray stinging their faces as they rowed away from the vessel, leaving behind the oppressive atmosphere of captivity. They found refuge on a remote, uncharted island, a haven of seclusion tucked away in the vast expanse of the Caribbean. Palm trees swayed rhythmically in the gentle breeze, whispering secrets only the ocean understood. The beach, a canvas of white sand, was fringed with lush vegetation that exuded a heady, sweet fragrance. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Jack and Don shared their stories. Jack recounted his colorful pirate past, peppered with boasts and tall tales, his eyes gleaming with a mischievous glint. Don, in turn, spoke of the challenges he faced as a black musician in a world that often saw him as an anomaly, a voice that dared to break the silence of bigotry. He spoke of his unwavering determination to fight for the rights of black musicians, to shatter the prejudices that confined them. The bonds of friendship began to solidify, strengthened by the shared vulnerability and the realization that they were both fighting for a deeper freedom, a freedom that transcended the confines of geography and societal expectations. Spirit's sanctum, their idyllic sanctuary, was not undisturbed. They soon discovered that the island held secrets beyond its lush beauty. One moonlit night, as they were huddled around a crackling fire, they were confronted by ethereal figures, shimmering beings of light and shadow who seemed to emerge from the depths of the sea. The spirits, guardians of the island, tested their friendship. They presented them with riddles and trials, their voices echoing through the air like the murmur of ancient waves. They sought to discern whether the bond between the pirate and the pianist was genuine, whether they were willing to cooperate for a greater good, to protect the harmony of the island and the secrets it held. Jack, ever the pragmatist, was initially wary, but Don, with his deep faith and understanding of the intangible, embraced the encounter. He saw the spirits not as threats, but as guides, protectors of a higher order. Their harmonious music, a symphony of shared purpose, soothed the spirits, proving the sincerity of their bond. Night storm. The Caribbean Sea, a vast and unpredictable entity, can turn gentle to ferocious in the blink of an eye. And as Jack and Don continued their journey, a violent storm descended upon them, a tempest of wind and waves that threatened to swallow their small ship whole. The storm tested their newfound trust in a brutal and unforgiving manner. The ship tossed and turned, tossed about like a toy in a giant's hand. The waves crashed against the deck, threatening to overturn their vessel and drag them into the unforgiving depths. Fear crept into their hearts, but they fought it back. Jack, with his knowledge of the sea, directed the crew, his commands sharp and decisive. Don, utilizing his keen musical instincts, helped to steady the ship by creating a rhythm, a steady counterpoint to the chaos of the storm. They worked in tandem, their individual strengths complementing each other perfectly, their trust in each other solidified under the relentless assault of the elements. They faced the storm as one, a testament to the enduring power of their friendship. Music Festival. Emerging from the storm, battered but not broken, they arrived at a vibrant harbor town, a lively hub of trade and commerce. It was the perfect setting for a grand music festival, a celebration of the rhythm and melody that permeated the Caribbean culture. Don, Eager to share his music and spread his message of unity, seized the opportunity. He performed with a passionate intensity that captivated the audience. A kaleidoscope of emotion poured through his fingertips onto the piano keys. His music bridged the divides between cultures and races, a universal language that spoke of hope, resilience, and the beauty of shared humanity. The music festival became an unexpected stage for Don's message of unity. Even the shadows that had followed him, the gangsters and pirates who initially sought to exploit his talent, were drawn in by the sheer power of his music. They bore witness to the magic of his performance. Their hardened hearts softened, if only for a moment, by the universal language of music. Secret conspiracy. The festive atmosphere was deceptive. Jack, always attuned to the subtle shifts in the currents of danger, sensed a darker intent lurking beneath the surface. He discovered a hidden conspiracy, a plot woven by a faction of pirates who held ancient grudges against him and saw Don as a valuable prize. They intended to kidnap Don and use him as leverage for power and wealth. Jack knew he had to act swiftly. He needed to enlist the help of his old allies, pirates who owed him favors and shared a sense of camaraderie. He recalled intricate alliances forged through perilous adventures and shared treasures, a web of contacts spanning the vast expanse of the Caribbean. He dispatched messages via trusted messengers, coded missives carried on the wings of the wind. He rallied his network, a band of rogues and outcasts who had once fought alongside him, reminding them of shared triumphs and the importance of honoring their oaths. The response was swift. Long-lost comrades, their faces weathered by the sun and sea, answered his call. They were ready to fight beside him, their loyalty to Jack as staunch as the timbers of their ships. Treasure and tunes. While rallying his forces, Jack and Don were on the move, their journey taking them through treacherous waters. They stumbled upon an ancient treasure map hidden in the wreckage of a long-lost galleon. The lure of riches was tempting, but the map was not just a pathway to gold. It was a gateway to an ancient, forgotten world. The treasures weren't guarded solely by common pirates, but also by ethereal beings, guarding the secrets of the island. The treasure hunt was a perilous balancing act, a delicate dance between the tangible and the intangible. Jack used his cunning to navigate the physical obstacles, while Don's music served as a beacon, a protective shield against the wrath of the spectral guardians. The journey was a testament to their unique partnership, a dance between cunning and compassion, where the echoes of Jack's past and the melodies of Don's present intertwined. Battle for freedom. The pirates who had captured the other musicians Don had befriended on his tour, and a few who had been trying to kidnap him, were holding them captive, planning to use them in their nefarious endeavors. Jack and Don realized that the evil brewing in the Caribbean stretched further than they originally thought. They couldn't simply leave the others behind to face a fate worse than themselves. They launched a daring plan to liberate the other musicians. Their strategy was a fusion of cunning and music, a symphony of rebellion orchestrated against the backdrop of a moonlit night. It involved the use of a series of magical distractions, drawing the guards away from the main site of captivity with illusions created through the spirits they had befriended. Don and his musical allies played a distracting and mesmerizing tune, putting the guards into a trance-like state. Using the confusion, Jack and his pirate allies stormed the brig, a chaotic whirlwind of steel and fury. The air crackled with the clash of swords and the roar of men engaged in a fierce battle for freedom. The musicians who had been captured fought back, motivated by Don's music that filled them with courage. The fighting was intense and fast, but Jack and Don managed to free everyone. Journey to a new world. Their triumphant liberation marked a turning point in their journey. They realized that the fight for freedom was never truly over, that the echoes of prejudice and exploitation lingered in the corners of the world. But they also knew that they had found a new purpose, a shared mission to foster a world where music and compassion could flourish. Their final voyage took them to a remote archipelago, a haven where different cultures and races lived in harmony, a land untouched by the blight of prejudice. It was a place where a musician's skin color did not determine his worth, a world where the tapestry of humanity was celebrated in all its vibrant diversity. The journey had transformed them. Jack, the roguish pirate, learned the profound power of music and compassion. Don, the talented pianist, found a place where he could finally embrace his talent without fear or prejudice. Together, they infused this new world with a unique musical culture, a vibrant blend of classical and Caribbean rhythms, a symphony of shared dreams and newfound freedom. The notes of freedom, born amidst the trials of the Caribbean, echoed across the horizon, a testament to the power of friendship, music, and the boundless possibilities that emerge when prejudice is silenced and humanity harmonizes. Join us today on Mr. Fictionality. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss our next video. See you soon.